Welcome to the Comic Binge. I am your host, Paul Herman, and today we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some comics I've picked up the last 4 or 5 months. I don't know, but whatever. We're going to have fun talking about all the books I've got, some fun stories about it, and try to have a nice, fun episode despite craziness in the world, right? So, all right. If you haven't already, I appreciate everyone all ready to go. Please subscribe to the Comic Binge. It only makes sense. If you love comics, or kind of like comics, do a channel for you. But I'm not alone today. Today I have my old friend Adam, aka Pizza Time. How are you doing today, Adam?
Hi. I'm all right.
You all right? Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. Have you read any good comics lately? I'll take it no.
I mean, I'm reading ASM and Ultimate, and ASM is just boring. And Ultimate is fine.
You think Amazing is boring?
Well, I'm just kind of. It just feels very been there, done that to me. I don't know. I know there are only so many things you can do, but it just feels like they're kind of pulling from story threads they've already done very recently in the past, few years, and like, I don't know.
Yeah. I've actually been enjoying it. I don't think it's been like totally like a great story, but it's been like I've been more entertained than I anticipated. I think it's been better than Zeb. It's been more. I'll say this: when Zeb hit, Zeb was good, but when Zeb wasn't good, it wasn't good.
Yeah,
I think Kelly's a lot more just consistently like like this.
Yeah.
So it's but we'll see. I mean, I'm not.
There's interesting stuff, but there's also stuff that I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the missing friend is unnecessary. The flashbacks are okay, but I guess that's like going to be part of every issue of his run now, because like it's been in almost every issue of his run. There's some kind of flashback that ties into the main thing, and I'm like, okay, like some of those are fine. I don't know. The going into space thing just feels like a way to make him have convoluted problems later because he was gone for so long. And I mean, the double stuff with the other.
I haven't read it.
Like
I haven't read it yet.
I won't spoil that, but like, it's kind of interesting, but it's also it feels too recent, like stuff they've already done.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm like I said, I'm intrigued where it's gonna go, but I mean, I think Spider-Man just needs a whole new makeover completely. So whatever. So anyway, today we're gonna be talking about what's in this bag, which Adam, I won't spoil where it got it from, but Adam nailed it completely. I didn't have to do anything. He was like, "Oh, I know where this is from," so we'll leave it at that. If you know, you know. We'll just say that. So, but I thought it'd be fun. Trying to get just mix it up a little bit, right? So, whatever. Like, just try to have some fun. Talk. I've got a bunch of comics. I don't post about it enough. It feels like, so I feel like I need to get out there and do it. I need to have someone who kind of go off of. I could do it by myself, but I don't have a big enough audience to have interact with everybody and have fun. And I love hanging out with Adam anyway. It'd be cool to kind of make him a little bit, maybe see what he likes, what he doesn't like, what interests him, what doesn't. I'm always intrigued. I'm always intrigued of what Pizza Time has to say. So, so we'll get into it. If you haven't already, please like the video, do all that stuff. It's really appreciated. Help get me spread the word of the Comic Binge out there, spread comics out there. It's always fun. So, whatever. So I enlarge myself here, not because I want to be egocentric maniac here, but Adam, I have to do it. So, anyway, so
if you're those big, beautiful books,
that's right. Those big, beautiful books. So if you're watching, like the video, go comment live or comment on the video, whatever. Appreciate, interact with the video because it helps spread the word of comics. So we're going to start right off the bat. Okay. I have a lot of books here, so we're going to have to figure out a good rhythm. So this is the bag, right? Okay. Something just fell. I'm going to do what it is. But hold
on. Making the earth shake over here.
Making the earth shake. Hold on. It was Venom. I need to move him. 1 second. Let me move Venom here. I'll show everyone my Venom, my like weird Eddie Brock Venom. See?
Oh no, that's Flash.
Well, I mean Flash. When I say Eddie Brock, sorry, when I'm recording, it becomes my brain becomes mush. So anyway, yeah. So if you guys see something you like, comment. Or I love live videos. Me and Adam would both love that. Live comments. So first one is interesting.
Oh no.
Now I want people to know that the reason why I bought this is not because I don't own the issues. I think I own all of the Spider-Verse single issues, including. Let me do the spin.
Oh yeah, you have the key. The big modern keys of our day. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have that key, which, by the way, I would, this is no BS here, everyone. I was very excited about that reveal of Gwen Stacy Spider-Man. I thought that was a brilliant idea. And I remember buying the comic, getting really excited for it. I think I had to wait a week to get it. I remember being like, "Oh, I'm looking forward to reading it," and I was like, "Oh, this is great." And I put it away, and I didn't put it on back and board until like 2 years ago. It had been stuck in a box. I just kind of forgot about it. But yeah, I have it's a prized possession. I'll be passing down to my daughter one day. I don't plan on ever selling it unless I get really desperate, which hopefully, knock on wood, doesn't happen. But the reason why I picked this up is because there's so many issues, and if you can see, this thing is huge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to fish out a million issues just to read this. Right. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a trade because I do want to read it one day, maybe for the council.
We're gonna do it. Well, eventually, it'll be part of the slot symposium.
We were supposed to do an episode this year or this month. I should say this year, this month.
Yes.
I mean,
we'll figure out that date soon.
Yeah, we'll figure out that date. So anyway, I got this just a couple weeks ago, or last week, or it came this week, I should say. I was watching Spider-Verse with my daughter, and I was like, I need to read this. But besides the slot symposium, I actually want to read this for.
Well, have you read it already? Like,
oh yeah, I've read this a long time.
Yeah.
It's been eons.
Well, yeah, it's been like, because the story's like 10 years old now.
Isn't that wild, dude?
Yeah, feels like just yesterday.
Yeah. So anyway, Spider-Verse, I own the single issues already. I like the story. I don't know if I loved it. I know I definitely liked it a lot. But there's a hold up. We'll find out.
Right. Yeah.
One day. All right. Next on the list. This is something I've been meaning to read for a while.
Oh yeah, I want to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, compact comic, dude. Go pick it up. It's like $5 on whatever, $10, whatever it is. What are you wasting time on?
Even at 10, it's like, that's good.
Yeah, this is a great deal. Come on, Cook Brubaker. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, come on. That's
on my list for sure.
I mean, come on. This is just grade A comics, man. So, they smell good too. It has that that paper smell. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh god, I could smell this. I get high off this stuff, dude. Seriously. So good. Leave a comment.
You smell.
You like Catwoman? Like the video. I'm gonna be one of those obnoxious people. You like to breathe? Like the video. So anyway, yeah, I've been meaning to read this for a while, and I was like, I need to pick up more compact comics. So, that's where I'm at right now.
Because they released an omnibus of that. I think it's like the whole run though. That's just the Darwin Cook and Brubaker stuff.
Yeah.
They recently did before they did the compact one, they did like a big hardcover for the whole thing, I think. So
yeah.
Because that's been out of print for a while. I think they did Darwin Cook's run in like 2 smaller trades way back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good deal for $10. Can't beat that.
$10. Yeah. And Compact Comics, man, I'm telling you, they are just the, to me, they're such a great deal, and it's just
That's how
they're
you
so
get people
easy.
into comics, right
Yeah,
there.
well, yeah. Not only that, but think about this. Like, you've made a great point. I want to bring this up real quick, okay? So there, people have said this would ruin comic shops or hurts comic sales. You have no idea. Like, this brings people in, it gets people reading, and then they go, like, for me, like, I read this, I loved it, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna probably eventually buy a nicer version of it one
Yeah.
day. Maybe not right away, but it's on my list of like, yeah, I should pick that up, some point. So, like, y'all need to realize this SH is here to stay, yo.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Speaking of compact comics, oh, by the way, okay, so we have this compact comic, which is one of the newer or the older ones, because look, it has an old logo.
Mm-hmm.
One of the newer ones, which is Batwoman, has one of the newer logos, which I the Bullet logo is goated. Let's be real.
Yeah,
I mean, this
it
is
is.
whatever. So
It's a nice contrast to Marvel's too, with the blue and the white.
yeah. So the thing is, with this, similar to the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Adam, I actually own all these issues as well. This was a time when Batman,
Yeah.
when Batman was gone,
Yes.
and Dick Grayson became Batman, and it
Mhm.
was a great jumping on point for me, and I spent a lot of money picking up all these books. I was super excited to have a jumping on point at the time, and I really enjoyed Greg Rucka and John Williams. Is it John Williams? J.H. Williams, whatever, is
Age
the
Williams.
third. Yeah. This is a must buy as well. Like, if you're getting, not into Batman or trying to get into DC Comics or any comics at all, this is definitely a great comic to pick up. It's super cheap. If you want to support great art, great writing, and also LGBTQ characters, this is the book to pick up. Get it out there. It's great. It's a great story, great costume. This is superhero comics. Yeah, this is one of the best modern costumes, I think, in DC, to be honest. So, dude, everyone, this is a great deal. Cheaper than $10 somewheres you can find. Go pick it up. It's fantastic. Need I say more? Have you read that at all?
I want to. I have the hardcover that came out like years ago because I was I was into the look. I remember sort of when that was coming out. I remember there was this thing you could do on Google where you could have like this personalized Google thing, and they had a layout for Batman and DC stuff. And I remember Batwoman was part of it. I don't know, some weird DC collaboration. And I was like, oh, this character looks really cool. And I was looking at the art and stuff. And I was like, oh, this looks really cool. And so I got I did get the collection, one of the original ones. So I've been meaning to read it, but I haven't yet.
Yeah. So really quickly, Chris, great to have you, man. Always appreciate your support coming through. And my homie Andreas, the comic store clerk who I get to talk to all the time, a shoegaze brethren who thinks the new Deftones album is good. Sorry, you're wrong. I love you, bro, but no. And Omni suck. So just so you know. All right, moving on. So this is gonna blow. I got a funny story for this one. This is Alan Moore does Wild Worlds, which is Wildstorm. It's hard. It cuts it off. But what's funny is this story is, so Alan Moore, if you guys didn't know, when he was doing in the 90s, in the late 90s, early 2000s, he obviously swore off Marvel, but obviously wanted to eat still and still make money. So he decided to say, oh, I'll just do comics with Image. And listen, I love Alan Moore's writing, at least his early stuff, and up until like a certain point where he becomes like delusional and just like an insane man, and a very bitter, insane man, by the way. But during this time, he was working for Wildstorm, he was working for Extreme Studios, which he did. Obviously, he did a run on Wildcats, which James Gunn has gone on and talked about how he was reading that recently. And I remember always being very intrigued about that. I have the very hard to find Supreme run by Alan Moore, at least the issues that he did that without Eric Larson. And those are praised. I have not read all of them yet, but those are, he's done a lot of random image stuff. And I went online to look for the Wildcat stuff, and the Wildcat trades are like astronomical. They're like $80. And I'm like, ugh. And I found this thinking this was Wildcats, and lo and behold, oops, it was Wild World, which is a bunch of random stories that Alan Moore did with Wildcats and whatever. But in the end, I spent too much on it, to be honest. I'm kind of bummed about that, but whatever. But that being said, I am glad I bought it because it's got some really random stuff in here. Like it's got this one, which this cover I totally remember. If anyone in the 90s knows comics knows this cover right there. It's Spawn and the Wildcats crossover, and it's interesting. Let's just say that. Yeah, like it's got like a voodoo story in here. Like it's just got random stuff. And if you're Alan Moore, yeah, Death Blow. I mean, Alan Moore doing a Death Blow story. I mean, need I say more? I mean, it's good. It's actually more fun than I realized. I just wish I didn't pay what I paid for it, which was like $30. I was like, I could have got this for like 10. So that kind of sucked. Whatever. But shoegaze is combined, my friend. Just to let you know. This Andrea, just make sure you knew that. It's combined shoegaze. So have you heard of any of these stories? Are you familiar with Wildcats and
sort of? I've heard of that, but not a lot of the other stuff.
You know Death Blow? You're not familiar with who Death Blow is?
I don't.
Google Darker Side of Image. Do that while I'm talking here. I'm talking to everybody here. Yeah, no, it's still cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's still cool. Alan is definitely hit and miss, Andreas. You're not wrong. While we have Adam looking that up, you're still looking it up, right? Okay. Yeah. Next is Batman. Oh my God. Is Batman Cacophony? Am I saying this right? I'm probably mispronouncing this.
Cacophony.
I can't pronounce things. People who know that who know me well already know that. But this is the Kevin Smith written Batman story that has the character that shows up in the Batman the Animated Series, the new one. Is his name like Onomatopoeia or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It's this guy. Bought this at Andreas's wonderful store. So, let's you guys more comments here. On that. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a fun read. Alan Moore did a 3-issue miniseries of Violator, which is bonkers. And I remember as a kid being like, this is weird, but kind of fun. So I kind of get that vibe from it, which I'm pretty stoked on. So, yeah, I'm really excited. This is something I might have to read on the binge because, yeah, like this is something that I'm really intrigued by the character Onomatopoeia, So yeah, I'm super stoked on that. Oh, okay, right on. Okay. Yes, I think, and I think Andres remembers selling this to me because it was in the half off bin, and I scour every half off bin I can. This is a great find. I got this for $10. Not bad. What did you find about Darker Side of Image? Tell me.
I mean, not much. Just it's what is this? Something blah blah blah. I don't know. He's a
Darker Side of Image had the first appearance of the Max.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw that on the cover there.
And Blood Wolf too.
Okay. I see
Blood Wolf. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, he's not wrong. I get criticized by the owner all the time. Like, you just look scour there. I'm like, you damn right I do. That's how we do.
Someone has to.
Someone has to. I'm always looking for a deal. I'm always looking for a deal. That's how I do it. That's what you got to do in this day and age. How do you survive when you have a kid, man? You're trying to make every dollar work for you. You know what I'm saying? So, like the video. Hey, y'all like cacophony that I can actually pronounce? Y'all like onomatopoeia? Like the video. Subscribe. Leave a comment. You like to breathe? Like to drink Diet Coke? Leave a comment. Like the video. All right. Next, we got the Blizzard. And you want to know what this is all about? I'll give you one hint. Sorry. Right there. Oh, there we go. The unnamed universe. This is why I have this. This is part of Jeff Johns' universe that he's doing with Redcoat and Geiger. I'm right now. I'm a little behind. I'm really behind on Redcoat. I liked Redcoat the first issue I read. It's great. Brian Hitch is a great artist, obviously. But this was another like a Image like presents like like miniseries thing. So I hadn't read this, but Robot Joe, a great story, great comic. Yeah, the unnamed universe, everyone. I'm gonna have an episode about this soon at some point. Like I need to, because it's really underrated in my opinion. It's ground floor, super fun. Not a lot of books out about it yet, but super rad. I mean, Ghost Machine is just it's put out. I mean, Rook has been really fun. It's not grade A comics. I would say Rook is. It's a different, same company but different universe. But it's still really good. But yeah, the Blizzard, I haven't read it yet. I'm really excited to read it. Unnamed Universe. Jeff Johns, super good. Jeff Johns, one of the most maybe underappreciated comic writers out there, in my opinion. So don't ask the Snyder Bros. They might get mad. So, yeah, by the way, saying peak is so Gen Z, by the way, Andreas. So I just want you to, I'm just going to point that out to you right now. I do need, I have actually had like a bunch of trades of the Darkness once in my hand multiple times and put it back. There's something about Garth Ennis that I just cannot do it. We'll see. I do need to read Garth Ennis's Vietnam Punisher story and more of his Punisher stuff. So that might get me more into Garth Ennis period and Hitman. Don't forget Hitman. But excuse me. But yeah, the Darkness, Silvestri might convince me, but we'll see. We'll see. Shut the hell up. What do you drink? Water? What an idiot.
What an dumb drinking water. You drink water? What an idiot. It's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Andres is out of control.
He's out of control.
Chris, I'm not sure. And what was still on? I'm curious. Let me know what you're referring to. I apologize. I know, but you know what? It's whatever. I don't know, man. Like I can't. God damn it! This kid needs to be stopped. Turner's good. Turner is good. That you're right. That is true. I don't drink coffee. You see, you're more of an adult than I am, Andreas, and you're 20 years old. What am I supposed to do?
Jeez.
No. John's verse ain't canceled, homie. It's striving. It's going. And in fact, Geiger's ongoing series is fantastic. Go check it out. It's great. It's super good. Super good. Sorry, I'm gonna take a swig of this. Any comments? Do you have any interest in reading Geiger at all, Adam?
I don't know. I can't say. What's it about?
I think it's about like it's like an alternate Earth that gets like an Armageddon happens basically, okay. and like this big like fallout happens, like bombs, and there's like different like factions in the world in the United States, and Geiger's like a super powered being, essentially, and he's like, yeah, just leave it at that. Leave it there. That's all you. It's very emotional, very compelling.
Maybe I'll check it out.
Oh, there's more. There's more, much more. If you know that reference, SLC Punk. Great movie. Rom Space Knights
Oh,
Epic
there we go.
Collection. There we go. This was forever out of print. Yeah, well, dude, it's got Mantlo and Sal Buscema. I mean, come on. Like, you're telling me one of the, Bill Mantlo, who is maybe, I think, easily one of the top 5 most underappreciated comic writers ever. Like, say what you want. He's been accused of stealing. Dude's put out a lot of good stuff. And Rom, I've heard nothing but praises for Rom. Nothing but praise. And so I love Sal Buscema's art.
Yeah.
They also had a great run on Hulk together, which was phenomenal. Peter David, Bill Mantlo, Al Ewing, you read those 3 runs in chronological order, like Mantlo, David, then go to Ewing, you're talking about comic book masterpiece. That is the Hulk. You don't have to read anymore. I love Planet Hulk. This is not a Greg Pak like rip section. I love that story, but it doesn't hold a candle to those other 3 writers. They are the pinnacle, in my opinion. There's good Hulk writers out there besides them, but they're not. Those guys are legends. And anyway, Bill Mantlo, I've heard nothing but praise for Rom. I need to read it. So yeah, word. Represent P the GOAT, Peter David, and Mantlo's not dead, but he's not doing well. He's been in skilled nursing for a long time. Some kind of bike accident made him, mentally different, unfortunately. So, brain damage sucks. Anyway, but you know what? I'm excited for this. It's been out of print for ages. They finally made Marvel brought it back. I just bought volume 2 the other day. So I have volume 2. And you know why I have the Epic collection, Andreas? Do you want to know why I have the Epic collection? Because omnibuses suck. You heard me. So yeah, Bill Mantlo, Sal Buscema. You can't go wrong with that. Oh, there's more. Almost forgot something. Hold on. This is not part of the bag, but it should have been. My apologies, everybody. Okay. So here I'm gonna pretend it's in the bag. What's in my bag? Let's find out. Oh my gosh, Marvel Classics. Whoa, and it's an annual 1998. Okay, this is the stuff that I love finding in bookstores that people overlook. And everyone, this is literally every first issue of these characters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Not only that, it's huge.
Nice.
This is an epic.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to get this all. Look, it's an epic. And this is the, in comparative to this is a compact comic. This is this comic that I'm holding up right now. It's huge.
It's almost treasury sized, kind of.
Yeah, it's basically treasury size. So, but here's the kicker, man. Yeah. It's not been recolored. Like it's very roughly recolored. So you get like original like coloring almost.
Yeah.
Right? So like this stuff people overlook. Like this is to me freaking gold, man. And it's just fun. Like so now I can like read this to my kid and like go, hey, like we can read this together, and like it's not like super hard to read. It's huge.
Yeah.
So like super fun. Like they got the Avengers, the X-Men, the Hulk. I mean, come on, dude. Like this is so freaking rad. So anyway, look, it's got Amazing Fantasy 15 and ASM 1. I mean, come on. Oh yeah.
Now we're talking.
So, yeah. So I mean, this is just super cool, man. Like I love it. And this is It looks like this was maybe was selling in England, because look.
Oh, yes. 7 pounds.
Oh, 7 pounds, huh? 7 pounds. Dude, this artwork just looks this Ditko artwork already is hitting me differently.
Yeah.
I mean, and the coloring is not insane. It's very true. It's time. I mean, I can't go wrong with this SH, man. This is fantastic. So, yeah, this was a great find at a random used bookstore. People, go to used bookstores and like mom and pop ones. And even though they may not have everything like you want, if you are true to yourself and you just go every keep it consistent, go every once in a while, every couple months or whatever, you'll find fun stuff like this for super cheap that like you won't regret buying. This was like $6. Like, you wouldn't tell me would you pay $6 for this?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Yes. Super, super rad. So, all right. There's more. I also got this, Andreas, at your comic shop.
Oh, that's another classic thing. That's the old that's an older trade from like the late 90s.
So what's cool about these trades, I think they need to do more of these, honestly, and they probably do. I just don't realize it, but you know, is that these are collections of random issues. It's not one story. It's about the Hulk and Betty. So you get like, you know, the original issue, right? But then you get a Dale Keown issue, right? Or a Todd McFarlane issue, all rolled into one. More stuff like this needs to be made. I have a Dr. Doom one, which was I loved it. It was fantastic. It went all over the map of artists and eras. This stuff, in my opinion, you put this in with like a compact comic, and you keep it simple. Like, dude, keep it like $5. Yeah, you're printing money, baby. In my opinion. But what do I know? I just buy comics. You know, I'm a consumer. What do I know? I got Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka, Volume 1. Javi and Chris will be very happy with me. Greg Rucka, a very common name we've heard before on this list because we just did the Catwoman stuff. So, you know. So, yeah, exactly. What's a hot take, Andreas? Tell me what's a hot take.
I think it was the omnibus. I think it was the omnibus comment.
Dude, whatever. Everyone knows omnibuses suck. Who wants to read a dictionary for like 3 hours? Come on. Omnibuses are so uncomfortable. I own like 12 omnibuses. They are so uncomfortable to read. So, you know. Yeah, shut up. Anyway. All right. But yeah, I mean, really quick, you know, any interest on Wonder Woman at all as a character?
Maybe a little bit.
Fair enough. Greg Rucka, Gail Simone, I've heard that's the good shit.
Yeah, they did that one DC Finest collection, I think, for Gail Simone's run.
Yeah. And I have, and funny you say the Finest collection, dude. Really small rant. The Finest collection, it just bums me out that they're putting so much out because I wanted to collect them all and I just can't keep up. I'm like, I gave up. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I remember you saying that a while ago because you were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in on the ground floor with these because you didn't with the epics, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot. Well, I mean, but that's, you know, they're doing good stuff with it.
They're doing great stuff. I just can't buy them all.
They're cheaper than the epics. The epics are going up in price. But like you're getting, dude. I think you're getting more, and I think the Finest are like 600 pages and they're $40, and the epics are like they're about, well, the epics will be like 500 and they're getting into like $50, $55 now.
It's out of control. But I will say this: I've told myself I'm collecting the Batman issues.
Yeah.
Or the one. So I'm really behind on them all of them. I think I've only got one Batman one, but I can
They
catch
just
up pretty quick on.
released. I think it's the back half of Mensch's run. That's like around
Yeah.
Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'm
Yeah.
kind of interested in getting that one. Maybe.
Didn't we read? We read a bunch of Mensch
Yeah.
stuff back in the day. Remember that?
We
It was
read.
good. It was.
Yeah, we read like it doesn't collect that stuff. It's like it collects the stuff I think after what we read.
Yeah. But the
So
Mensch stuff is good
I'm
though.
assuming that they'll probably collect that stuff soon. They're sort of going backwards and forwards with Batman. Well, like the epics do.
Yeah,
Because
like the epics do.
they started with year 1 and they started with year 1 and 2 and they just did like Killing Joke and they're doing like some of the pre-crisis stuff and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna dude, hold on a second, sir. It's right here. I wanted to do it this month, but life has gotten really crazy. I'm thinking next month's October, so I gotta do scary stuff. November. I know you're gonna be like, roll your eyes at me, Rob, but don't worry. I haven't forgot about you. It's right here. Right here. It was right here on my pile. So it's not, I'm not just BSing. We are doing Gen 13. I promise. I promise. Life just comes too fast. Let me tell you.
I mean, yeah, the year's almost over.
I know, Rob. Trust me. I promise. Life, man, life. Oh, okay. But by the way, you missed me talking about Image. I had Image stuff on here earlier. That's Spawn, Wildcats crossover, mass hysteria. Speaking of Image, Birthright. Josh Williamson. I really like. I've loved his Superman stuff. I'm really behind in Superman right now, but you know he's a good writer. I really liked his stuff. I need to read more of his stuff. I've heard decent things about Birthright, so I'm gonna get on this eventually. Have you heard anything about this at all?
No,
Anyone in the comments?
Anyone?
But let me tell you what, if you like Birthright, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. If you like cell phones, leave a comment. Yeah. So hobby like this. This is Deadshot, the beginning.
Oh, interesting.
Or beginnings. This is by Ostrander and is it Luke Ross or no, Kimio? Luke McDonald. I always say Luke Ross, Luke McDonald. This is a part of the Suicide Run that he did, which Ostrander's the first like 50 issues of that is incredible. Seriously, I love his run. The first like 5 volumes that I've read or 6 volumes are so good. Once the artist gets off, it kind of goes off the rails for me a little bit. But I remember picking this up because it's in that run that he kind of jumps off the run to do this story. And Deadshot's great in Ostrander's run. So I desperately need to read this at some point. So super stoked to read this. Let's see here. You know what? I don't care. I don't want to read a dictionary, Andreas. You hear about, I told you, I hate them. So yeah, like this is definitely super stoked to read this. It's been a blind spot for too long. I need to read it. So yeah, go check out. This will be fun to check out. I also, ironically, I have the first issue of this that I inherited from my older brother that he got for some random reason back in the day when he was in high school or middle school. And I still have it right now. And I've never read it. And it looks like garbage because it's been beat up for so long. So anyway, this is a fun one. We only have a few more left. Funny enough, Books of Doom. I actually own the single issues of these. Funny enough, I picked up the single issues when I got back into comic books, and this is when I still didn't care about keeping my comics somewhat nice. And then the backseat of my car for a long, long time. And the first issue, which goes for a pretty good penny, looks like it'd probably be graded for like a 1.9 or something like that. It looks terrible. It's so bad. Again, I don't want to pull out all my issues because I love the story. But when they put it out in a trade, I'm like, I gotta pick this up as a trade because this is a great story. This is something I'm definitely gonna be covering for the binge at some point. I am a big Doctor Doom fan. Big Doctor Doom fan. So go check out Doom's. Go read this. Do you have any interest of reading this one, sir?
Who's it by? Who's the creative team?
Brubaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was no, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Andreas. Well, let me know what you're talking about. Let's see here. Chris Evans here. What we got? I'm actually reading the new Captain America book. I read the first issue. I have not gone on. I am intrigued. But Zdarsky, who makes me nervous because he's like this. Yeah. He's like, I got great ideas, but it kind of sucks. But it's kind of good, but it kind of sucks, but it's kind of good. That's Zdarsky in a nutshell. He's just not consistent for me. I think he's a good writer, but he's just not consistent enough for me. He's all over the place, but he's not bad. Brubaker wrote this when he was in his heyday of Marvel. Like he was just starting to get like into the, they started giving him lots of work, like a lot of work, with and stuff. So, yeah, this is a good, like kind of I wouldn't say palate cleanser, but a good thing to kind of get if you want to learn about Doom and like not like read a Wikipedia page, which is stupid. Go read this. This is super good. So go read about Doom, my favorite villain of all time, probably. So yeah, he's all over. It's crazy. I don't get it. It's like his Batman run is like this, like even the main story, like it's like, what are you doing, Zdarsky? And then he ends it on such a great note where I'm like, God damn, why can't you just be consistent for once? God, his Daredevil run, it's like like this. It's so good, but then it's so like mid, and you're like, what are you doing? Anyway, I'm going all over the place. Do you even know what peak is, Andres? I don't know if you know what peak is. You kids, I don't think you know. You don't even know what peak is. I got 3 more, and we'll be done. I love essentials.
Yeah.
And I love cheap essentials.
Yeah.
That I get for like $10.
Yeah. Even for, because they were like, 15 to 20, and that's great for as much as you get there.
I just wish they did these again.
Yeah.
Like just reprint them and don't do a massive run. And I'm telling you, like gifting these to kids, perfect. It's like they don't need like kids are reading so much black and white comics. This is not going to phase them.
Yeah.
Straight up. I mean, I remember being as a kid, I remember being like, I want the colored versions. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I can do it black and white. Give me that line art, baby.
Yeah.
Well, or closest thing to line art anyway.
It's like more or less.
Yeah. So this is a fun story. This is Yosagio Jimbo.
Yeah.
Book 1. Now I say book 1 because
there's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that
been going on.
This
for
is also a book. Yeah. This is also a book 1.
Yeah.
The Ronin. So I consulted my Yosago Jimbo expert, aka for the love of comics, and he gave me like the super long explanation of this, and I was like, And people, I'm like, and people think like superhero comics are complicated. Him even trying to explain this to me was like, dude, this is even worse, you know. And it somehow makes sense. Basically, what I realized was this is the true blue like beginning of Usagi Yojimbo, but this is like where things get really like the arcs and the story and like all that stuff gets fleshed out. Rob, I'm not sure if you're still watching. I think you're a Usagi Yojimbo fan. Is that accurate? Am I wrong? I have no idea. But I think this is the first like real meat and potatoes Usagi Yojimbo, whereas this is like just like the beginning, the true beginning of Usagi Yojimbo, which is not, these are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this is a big gaping hole in my comicdom that I need to rectify. So anything you have with this, Adam? Do you have any whatever with Usagi Yojimbo?
I've heard of it. It seems interesting.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Usagi Yojimbo, we'll see. I mean, this is like, I heard amazing. I've heard nothing but amazing stuff about it. So,
yeah,
so we'll see. Dude, I can't take you seriously when you say this because you say Watchmen's overrated and haven't finished it. And Gareth Ennis is basically this Alan Moore 2.0, but not as talented. Straight up. Without Alan Moore, there would be no Garth Ennis. Enough said. So, yeah, there was a TNT crossover.
There might have been a crossover, but he's not a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles character. He's his own thing.
Yeah, he was actually, there was a toy of him. He was in the cartoon, but he wasn't a toy, or he wasn't part of the. Yeah, see, you know what's funny? I'm actually going to agree with you. I think V for Vendetta is one of the most overrated comics that he's written by far. Like 100%. No, I will agree with that. That's a hot take, but I agree with the young one on that one. You're not wrong on that one, kid. I won't end on this note. This is the last thing I have in the bag, but I'll add some things, some honorable mentions. This is a Jeff Johns written Vision miniseries. Got it at Everett Comics and Cards as well. Wait, but is it Everett Comics and Cards, or is it just Everett Comics now? It used to be Everett Comics and Cards, but no one buys baseball cards anymore. Well, I hate to tell you, Andreas, but are you living in today's times? just gonna throw it out there. I will have to say that. That's why things are political. No said. Yeah, I got this at Everett Comics as well. I love Jeff Johns. I love the Vision, but let's be real. Nothing will ever come close to the greatest of all time, which is the Tom King Vision. That is the GOAT. Have you read the Tom King's version of the Vision?
No.
You, my friend, need to rectify that tonight. So, anyway, all right. Last couple things I'll throw out there. I posted these a while back, but these are just so much fun. I went and found these at a random, out of the Timbuktu comic store up north from me. Got this awesome Judge Dredd collection that's like from freaking, yeah, like, dude, so rad. Also
from England.
Pounds. Also from England. Straight from England, right? Just really cool comic like stuff, like articles about like magazines talking about Dark Knight Returns before it comes out. Dude, there's stuff in here. I need to read this. This is an interview with Frank Miller. This is stuff that I don't even know if like this is art that's been I've seen before.
Yeah.
And look at Carrie Kelly's Robin.
Yeah.
That is like she's wearing the mutants like sunglasses or the glasses.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. So just cool stuff like that. I got this really cool George Perez kind of like focus on, like where it's like, I mean, come on, one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so freaking cool. Him analyzing his freaking like comics. I mean, come on. So rad. And this is one of my favorite things ever. I'm a big FF fan. People know this. You know, I have like the FF issue 1 on as a giant poster framed because that's this true start of the Marvel universe, right?
Yeah.
I've got Amazing Heroes first issue, John Byrne recreation, which I'm a giant John Byrne FF fan. This thing is peak, Andreas. This is peak. And if you like John Byrne, like button, subscribe, you know, like comment on the video, like, you know, but yeah, no, seriously though, this is peak because John Byrne's the GOAT. And this cover is amazing and Amazing Heroes. And yeah, I love it. So yeah, that was all mostly in my bag. So yes, what do you, yeah, so if you're watching this live, what do you think? Anything that piques your guys' interest that I showed out there? If you're not watching live, like the video, comment, tell me what piques your interest on here. Anything on my list here piques your interest. What about you? Come on, Adam. You got to have something pizza time.
What?
Anything pique your interest? Anything?
Oh yeah, in that list, yeah, a bunch of stuff.
Well, what? Give me one. What's the one in here you're like, I need to read this?
Probably the Catwoman, the Darwin Cook Catwoman.
You know what? I'm gonna give it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. You know what, Chris? You make a great point, but you know what? Daddy needs more financing to get more bag episodes. That's all I gotta say. Because oh my god, yeah, it was.
And the ROM stuff too, probably ROM. One Batwoman, word. Catwoman, Batwoman, probably ROM. Those are maybe the top 3.
So Chris, you're on to something here. Go if you want to learn about Doom. That's probably the best way to get kind of familiar with his origin. But if you want to get crazy, just start reading like the Byrne run. I think the Byrne run is probably some of the most definitive Doom stuff ever. And then, but yeah, I'd say if you want to get to know the history of Doom, definitely go pick up Books of Doom. Super good. So, yeah, that's it, man. We're pretty much done. You know, I agree. We need more of these episodes. This is fun.
Yes.
You know, I do have a big shipment from In Stock Trades coming.
Oh boy.
So, you know, and I'm always buying more comics. So I just wish I could get, you know, paid for them. Anytime, Chris. That's what I'm here for. It's what the binge exists for. Recommendations. Pizza time. What are we doing lately? What are we doing? Where we can find you?
You know, just over at Spidey Dude.
Over at the Spidey Dude.
Spidey Radio Network, just, you know, chugging away. That modern Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm behind on Ultimate, but I'm
Ultimates. I'm being, well, I still like it, but I'm more critical of it now. And it's not
it feels like yeah.
Go ahead.
I think since they've left the city, it's kind of jumped the shark.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of like, I mean, it's decompressed. I'm hoping because it's basically, you know, ending quote unquote at 24. They'll probably relaunch it without Hickman, I'm guessing. I'm hoping the last, you know, couple issues are like the big bombastic finale that they're hyping it up to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But okay. Let's see here. That Frank Miller is peak. But what Frank Miller are you reading, sir? That's a true story. If you're reading later Sin City stuff, that SH ain't peak. Sorry, buddy. So anyway, yeah. I don't, this month's been kind of weird. I think we're going to be doing Knights Never Die, I think, next week. Maybe, but I'm hoping that me and Curtis will be doing Fantastic Four, the first Epic collection, which is the first 18 issues of that run, which is a lot of fun. I'm having a blast reading it, so can't wait to break that down. Go subscribe to the video, yada yada yada. Thanks for coming, joined us, Adam. Thanks for jumping on with me, having fun, talking.
Yeah,
and Chris isn't here, so I will say it for him. Read more comics.